What's up, everyone? Can you hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me. So we have 7 people live here. That's great. It's the first time I'm doing so I will let everyone join in. And I have a couple of things to really go over before we start. One of them is the ASIN limits. I did upload a video about that. To those that are new, a year ago, Amazon during the COVID started to limit the amount of people or the amount of units that you can ship to their warehouses. Due to the high volume of orders that they got, they couldn't really handle all these volumes, so they put limits for sellers. 200 units for new ASINs and limitations for items that are already selling as well. So last week they announced and they gave us the update that it was changed. They removed those limits, and now for new ASINs it's about 1,000 units, and it moved to the account level. So now you have limitations, but toward all your items and not toward specific item. That allows us to really manage the product launches in an easier way, and also to really play with which ASIN. Some ASINs you could you want to ship 300 units, in the other ones you want to send 2,000. Now, because it's on the account level, you can actually go and manage things in a better way. That's one thing. Another topic is product research. Hi Leo, hi Nicole, I see your comments. Thank you for joining. So another topic is about product research. I talked with a lot of people, and I started to do product research a couple of weeks again. Looking for new products to add to my portfolio. And I see this over and over again, like people can't find product. So it's not that complicated. And one rule to help you with that, maybe it will help you, is to really bring value. So if you do product research and you see hair towel, for example, if you see that you can't really improve it, you can't really come with better value offer, probably it's not a good idea. But if you can bring something, even if you're in a very competitive niche, but you think you can bring value, you can improve the product, this is a long-term thinking, then bring the product to the market and let this guideline kind of guide you. So that's about the two things. I would like also to talk about what is that I wanted to show here. Actually, I talked about it. So let's start with questions. If anyone, this is the first time I'm doing it, going live, to see the demand. If there are questions, if people are want to get this value from me, like free questions that they can ask me directly, and if there will be demand to this, we'll start doing this more regularly. So if any questions, leave them down below in the comment section. I'll try in the meantime to go and find more topics to cover before more people join. Okay. I'm a big fan of Shopkeeper. For those that are already selling, Shopkeeper, it's basically an app, a SaaS service that allows you to really see your P&L, profit and loss, real time. So it connects to your Amazon store, and you define the cost of goods for each product. You define the basically Shopkeeper pull all the fees, FBA fees, referral fees, storage fees. They combine all the fees together with the advertisement costs, and it's telling you how much real-time profit you got at any given moment. So it's really cool, and I really encourage you to use this. We have a question from Leo. My friend, sales questions. At what number of reviews do you see sales pick up? So great question. I think that after a 10 or 15, you start seeing like lift in sales due to the trust that you get from the reviews. Of course, it depends. If you have like 4.5, like you have 5 stars reviews, it will help much better than 3 or 4. One thing that I saw recently, Leo, is that I launched product with 0 reviews, and it got more sales when I had 1 or 2 reviews. So that's That's really was weird. When no reviews, I got more sales, but with one review, maybe people thought it confused them, and I got less sales. But to your question, I think after 10 reviews, 5-star reviews, you start to see lift, and you can also see the conversions becoming better. And that's really what matter. It's you have to really test it with the data. And how you test this, how you really see whether the reviews count really improve it. So I have a business weekly review numbers that I plug in, and I put the number of reviews, the number of sales, the number of what is the conversion rate. And if your conversion rate uh, is going up after you get more reviews, that's an indication that that's what really attribute to the conversion rate, unless you didn't change anything with your listing. So that's my answer. Hi, Yaro. Good to see you here. Patrick, in your opinion, is Amazon dropshipping done? There is been a lot of stores being shut down recently. What's your opinion on this? So, my opinion about dropshipping is limited. I didn't really try it. I know how it works. I know the concept, and that's why I didn't enter. In my opinion, if you compare dropshipping to your own PL private label product, you have more control. I'm like a guy, I'm free control. So I like to control what I do, because in things that I can't really control, the chances for me to influence are very, very low. So private label give me maximum control over my brand, over the inventory. Imagine that you buy from store regularly, you do drop shipping from them, the sales are good, you sell 20 units a day, and then one day they're out of inventory, not due to your fault. They didn't manage their things well. Or one day Amazon shut down your store because, as far as I know, it's against TOS. So if I will recommend, Patrick, if you join or try to do something, um, like drop shipping, is that you do something that is scalable, that you can really have control over the process, and it's not kind of gray or shade area where any given day Amazon could shut you down because it's against TOS. So that's my answer to this. As far if it works, I know it works for people and they make a lot of money. It's really depends on how you look at things. I like to have predictable business model. uh, Please, guys, like this video. It really helps me push it so more people can join and see this live. I plan to be here and answer all your questions. I'm starting with a food brand in Amazon. This is Gellermer. Did you think it's necessary a brand register in the beginning? So no, I don't think it's really necessary. But once you launch it and you have more free time to take off other things, that's when the time comes to really start the process with the brand registry and the trademark. But you don't really have to have it as a part of a checklist of before you start. Don't let this only hinder your the starting point. But good question, Yaroslav. You mentioned before you are selling toys. What are your sales on Walmart and eBay in percentage to Amazon sales? Good question. Um, so honestly, it's like 2%. And you know what? I'll share now my numbers with you with the toys brand to those that are following me. Like 3 or 4 weeks ago, Amazon one day woke up and decided that I need test labs and certificates for every single product that I sell. So I'll show you how it looks inside Seller Central. Okay, so this is, as you can see, the numbers for today. I don't know if it's mirroring or not, and if you can see it well, but if you can't, then we have last 30 days like 13,000 in revenue, and as you can see, this drop in sales due to I can't really sell the items. And if you see last 30 days, you would see that just before that here, I started to sell on about like, oh, this is last 30 days. I'm sorry. Let's do last 12 months, which is technically, as you can see, only like 6 months, and it's almost 100K. So that is for this brand. And percentage wise to you, I'm sorry that I shifted between things, but it's maybe 5% Walmart, eBay, Etsy, comparing Amazon. That's why I always encourage people, make sure you maximize the potential of Amazon first, and only then go and pursue other markets. Because what is the downside of going to other markets? The downside is that taking away a lot of your focus. You're taking away your focus from really being the best at Amazon. And that's what important, because that's where the sales are. I don't know if you saw the news a couple of days ago, but Amazon beat the predictions, the forecasting for the first quarter of 2021. That was the best quarter ever as far as net profit, net profit per share. They're killing it. So, focus on Amazon. Yeah, you want to put it aside once you have things established, when you really, you know, maximized the potential and all your options, everything that you have to do there. Hey Patrick again, do you only specialize in FBA private label, or do you sell name brand products from USA suppliers? So when I started with PL, and then I shifted and did the same time also wholesale, which what you called selling name brand products from US suppliers, or sometimes not from US as well. It's called wholesale model. And basically what you do, you already know that, but you take, for example, this bottle of water, San Pellegrino, and you see that if you contact the factory or the manufacturer directly, they're going to sell it to you for $2. And then on Amazon, it sells for $7. Then you say, okay, the cost of goods is $2. FBA fees with referral fees would be, let's say, $5. I'm sorry, $4. Then it will be $6 cost of goods for me. Then means that if I sell 100 a day, I make $100 profit, right? So that's the model. But again, it's related to your first question, and I think that I prefer to do the PL model as well, like exclusively, because I think you have more control and you can scale it. This is less scalable. You can't just come one day and say, I want to be the best water or sparkling water brand. Okay. Nikat, hey, I stayed 3 months out of stock. Do you think it will negatively affect the ranking? 100%. I think that um, it will really impact your ranking. I see it on my products as well. Before, I would say at the beginning, my first year selling on Amazon, people warned me. People told me that, look, when you get out of stock, you're gonna lose your rankings. And in reality, it didn't really make a difference. So I was against the overall opinion of people saying, when you get out of stock, you're losing your ranking. But last year, I got hit by a lot of with the strategy and the way that I was working with not scaring being out of stock. I was really getting hurt with my rankings. So now I'm really, really on top of my inventory management, logistics, and all this stuff, making sure that I'm never gonna be out of stock. Now you already got out of stock, so you can't really change it. So make sure when you get back to stock, you being very aggressive. Add coupon first thing, then add kind of promotions. Be very aggressive with PPC. You might, the first couple of weeks, ACoS will skyrocket, but it's fine and it's normal until you get those ranking, until you get those stream of organic, organic sales. So good luck with that. Please like this video, guys. It really helped me. I see 10 people, but only 6 likes. Tules, thank you for sharing. Yeah, that's about the Walmart, Yara. But you want to really make sure that you are there. If you launched your products, you have established brand, especially Walmart. Walmart now have WFS. I just recorded 2 videos about it that will go live on the channel very soon, and show how you with WFS. To those that don't know, it's Walmart Fulfillment Services. It's the equivalent, the same kind of thing like FBA. It's just that Walmart launched it like in a delay of like 7 years or 5 years, I don't know. But that means that Walmart pie of the share of the market will be much bigger than what it is right now. So the faster that you're going to be on Walmart, the faster you'll be seeing the fruits there. We have another question from Gulimar. I'm sorry if I pronounced the names wrong. My account is fresh new. Any tips to how to unlock a category for my private label food business? So with that, I also faced with the toys brand that I just showed, and I didn't show you my main brand, which I saw decrease to those that following me. February, March was a really big month with almost 400K in profit, not profit, in revenue a month. And this is the last 30 days. That don't include Europe. So with Europe, it's probably like 220K last 30 days. Let's do the last 12 months. Last 12 months, as you can see, 2.0, almost 2.1 million. Not according, like not really like aligned with my goals, but things happen. You have to really pivot and change your plan. And I'm positive that I will reach my goals this year. My goals, by the way, to make 5 million in revenue this year. Now to your question, I'm sorry that I shifted, but when I faced the new category, the toys category, they asked me for certificates to list it. So there is no really, like, I don't have experience with the food to tell you what you need, but make sure that you have all the certificates. If it's a food, that you have all everything that you need to explain in case they come and ask you questions. They ask you to provide the ingredients. They ask you to provide lab tests. They ask you to provide certificates of the facility where you made this food. Again, I'm not saying that it's necessary because I'm not a seller in the food business or food industry, so I can't really tell you. But just make sure that you're ready and make sure that you have everything that you need to in case they come and ask you questions. Yaro is asking, are you selling? Are you selling in EU or in Canada? How is it going there? So EU is I see a big potential there. I'm selling there. Whenever I have stock, I'm getting out of stock. So it's really like that. Since the COVID, I can't really be consistent with being in stock. It's really challenging, and I'm working very hard. Even in price of losing, I'm losing money. I'm not really making a lot of profit there, just to make sure that I'm running the cycle and creating this momentum of being in stock. Once I'm in stock, and for me, my products, the UK works better than Germany. In Germany, I just started translated the images as well. I did translate, of course, the copy before I was starting selling there. But the photos I didn't. I kept the photos from the US marketplace, and it's going good. It's going good. Not as I want it to be, but I think that there is a good potential there. So definitely, for those that are hesitating or not sure whether to sell there or not, start selling them. It's definitely will boost you, give you like easy 15 to 20% lift in revenue without too much effort. The only effort is when you actually open the VAT and open the seller account there, but it's not a big deal. Guys, do you want me to do it more regularly? Come live. I want to hear your feedback. Again, it's the first time I'm doing this. I really, one of the goals of me creating the YouTube channel is to help people, to give back. If you see, I'm not trying to sell you anything here. And at the beginning, it was very hard because I was pushing without really getting feedback from anyone. But I really, the more I see the comments, the more I see that people like my content and like the videos that I'm uploading, it gives me more motivation to really create this content and share it back, and it also keep me on top of my Amazon FBA game. So thank you for the comments. Oh, Carlos here. I can't see the thumbnail, so I don't know if this is no, that's Carlos A. But nice to see you, Carlos. Okay. All right, we have another question here from Eli Manish. Hey Tomer, oh, this is Anna. I know Anna, and I'm still in the product research phase. Do you recommend looking within the subcategories bestseller list for good product ideas? So yes, look, it's all about the flow of things. So when you do product research and you feel you're stuck doing the same thing, what I talked to you, I told you, do the rabbit hole method. So if you're stuck with it, then yeah, like if you keep doing the same thing and you don't see results, you're just stuck. You're going to be more frustrated and more like stuck. So you have to change something. Yeah, go to the best selling subcategories, try to see what items there, and it will open your mind to other things. So yeah, definitely when you're stuck with something, switch to other thing, or just stand up, leave the computer a couple of minutes, wash your face, like clean yourself for a couple of minutes and come back. It's a task that you really need focus, you need concentration, and you need to be productive. It happened to me, and then I caught it on time, that when I was doing product research, I wasn't really productive. And this is also Leo can say, and Anna. So when you actually come and you do product research and you find a product and then you go to Alibaba, or you do like the other steps on the funnel. So we have a funnel. First, you have to find the product. Then you have to contact suppliers. Then you have to check profitability calculator, right? So this is the funnel. If you start here and for every single product, you stop the process and you go down in the funnel to test, to check the next step, it will kill your productivity. So you want to really add to your funnel to the first, pour as many products as you can. If I kind of showing it as like maybe you're pouring wine to a funnel. So you have to find as many products as you can, maybe 20, maybe 30. The more the better, of course, and then you progress to the next step, because on the next step of contacting suppliers and checking prices on Alibaba, many products will fall for many different reasons. Okay, so that's my answer about it. Nikat Balaev. So I had to change my supplier. That is why it took long. Oh, okay. That's super annoying that you have to change the supplier. I do not have many reviews. Do you think it would be better if I remove my listing and create the new one because of the ranking? If it's a new item and you offer and you were out of stock for 3 months and you don't have a lot of reviews, yes, it's a good idea, I think. I definitely would do that. It really depends. If you have like 30 or 40 reviews already, maybe it doesn't work, because to gain those reviews costs money. Thank you for the feedback. Yes, live is helpful. Thank you for taking your time doing it. Carlos, live is great. This is a great time. Thank you. You're welcome. Ramon is one of my superstars. He joined our team a couple of months ago, and is really one of the, like, really has a great talent, great skills. I'm happy that you are in my team. Thank you for joining us. Eli Managed, this is a great. Thank you. Mr. Zent. Okay, thank you for sharing your experience. Really helpful to me so far. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Please like this video, guys. It really helped pushing it so more people will see it live and join and can ask questions. Patrick, what's the first thing I should do to get started selling on Amazon? I'm looking for a step-by-step guide. Okay. So first of all, you have to decide. You asked me a lot about the drop shipping. So first of all, you have to decide what you want to learn. Or what kind of business model you want within Amazon. You want to have the private label like I do, or the drop shipping, or wholesale. Once you decide, that's where you should find an expert, in my opinion, or someone that you trust that will teach you this, whether through a course, whether through a YouTube. Like here, it's kind of a course level information that you get here, and I'm telling you this with confidence because I got a lot of courses. And if you choose the private label, go to the Sourcing Monster YouTube channel, and we do have playlists. So in the playlist, you have a start here. So just watch those videos, opening account, product research, all the steps that you need to get started. So watch it there. So I like that you are honest and transparent in your talks. You're welcome. Thank you. If you look at the past, what was your beginner mistake that today you had to go different? Good question. It's forced me to think now. What is I would do? Okay, so one thing that I did at the beginning that I would change today is that I launched products that are not related to each other. And it's not a bad thing if you want to really scale, like create a massive business. It's not a bad idea. But I'm in a point that I want to sell my business. And for the aggregators and buyers, the more niches that you have, the more headache and the more work they need to do. And the less categories and the less factories and the less handling and processing and to handle the business that they have to work on, the easier for you to sell it. So it really depends on your goals. If you would tell me like it's a big group of investors come and they want to really make profits, they want really thinking long term on Amazon and creating a massive brand, maybe it's okay to just continue, just launch as many products as you can in different categories and create a massive business that would last for a long time. But if your goal is to sell at some point, I would really focus on creating a brand specific on specific category. Okay. What are you up to now? Are you starting new brands or adding more products to existing brands? Good question. So I have my toys brand that is kind of stuck right now. That I'm trying to put their efforts, especially for Q4, and I'm sure like I got already 2 products approved with lab tests that I sent, so I kind of know what is the process now to get this approved. Once they're all approved, I'm going to be in stock, back in stock for all these products. Then the plan is to just launch more products, and in my main brand, I just launch more products, but in profit mode. I don't know if I shared this in the channel, but I got an offer to sell 1.3 million in cash in February, which I declined really last minute. And I declined it because I can get with my projection much more, around 2 million in beginning of 2000 in beginning of next year. So that's the plan. So what I do is I launch products, but very carefully, products that I know for sure, variations or very related items that I'm sure that they will be successful. I'm really taking very low risks now, trying to keep the same, like not the same, but to keep the profit very high, because profit mode means more money at the sell. So that's what I'm up to. Um, why do you think Amazon discontinued the early reviewer program? So they discontinued it due to a good reason. They saw that people can get reviews, a lot of reviews from the Vine program, and for those that don't have brand registry, they saw that the review rate and the reviews count that you get from the request review button that they added, I think it was 2 years ago, is the conversions are very high. So they said there is no need for that, and I agree with them. There is no really need for that, even though it's nice to have those extra juice of reviews. For me, it worked well, but it is what it is. It's not just for me or for you it's for everyone. So when things like that happen, I'm not like sad or upset. I know it's not just for me. Thank you, Gilly. Great live. Thank you, my dear wife, for joining. Okay, so we have another question. How do you handle Amazon new unit restriction for new products? So I talked about this at the beginning. What would be the quantity you would start for a new item given the fact that you have a limitation? Example, 1,000 units in existing product. So the same like we had with the 200 units. So what we do is, if you're launching a very competitive product that 1,000 units are not enough, send 5,000 units to the US to a 3PL, 4,000, 1,000 to Amazon. Once they allow you to send and ship more, you send more. That's nothing really changed. The only thing changed now, so it's becoming much easier. And what do I mean by that? That means that people will send most of the items that will not, most of the launches, people will not send more than 1,000 units. And that's enough for them. They don't have to send 200 units. That means that a lot of inventory will still stay in China rather than keeping it there. So that's your question. Ruth, and I'm sorry, let's see this comment. Any tips how to communicate with the seller support? They're very hard to reply like a human. Yes, it's not just you. I face this a lot. And what works for us really good is that we really explain things like we explain them to your 2 years old child. That includes history. So if you want to really say something or explain them something, you want to get it done, instead of just telling them, oh, it's supposed to be like that, back it up with info. So in this case ID, they gave me refund XYZ and yada yada yada. You want to really support everything with information, really like you're talking to a robot or to a stupid guy, you know. That's something that really annoying me with seller support and many other people, as you can, like, as you see it as well, you experience this as well. And you just have to be persistent. Like, I have a case now that I keep answering them, and they give me the same generic answer, and they just close the ticket. They don't allow me to reply to the ticket. So what I have to do is I have to create a new case and really cite the other case and explain them why they closed this ticket, why they did it, what's going on, what, like, it's very annoying, really. um Ruth and Family Show, hello, hi, thank you for being here. Wayne, Amazon stopped providing detailed information um, of the customer. Can we still do postcard direct mail for the reviews? Amazon stopped providing detailed information. Okay, so I understand from your question that you used to take the info that Amazon provided before, which they don't provide anymore, and you used to send postcards to get reviews. I personally didn't try it because in the traditional ways of getting reviews, I was getting them, so I had no issues getting reviews, um, and didn't have time to really focus on this and try it out. But if it worked for you and you tried it out, um, I'm not sure, but I think I heard about someone that is still able to match those data using like a tool, a third-party tool, Feedback Quiz. I'm not sure if it still works or not, but I would dig around that topic. Try to do a research, Feedback Quiz, if you can get the customer info again. Carlos, my Vine is limited to 5 items. Yeah, mine too. I don't know why it's happening. Actually, let me check again, because I know that everyone are limited with a Vine to 5 items. Let me just double check. The United start enrolling. Yeah, I'm also like that. I have a limit of 5 products as well. But let's see the question. Is that yeah, that's standard. Yes, for sure. I'm registered brand owner, would like 10 or 15 items of Vine. Me too. But it is what it is. But once you are done with the 30, they renew it. Like, it's not gonna be all, like, it's not gonna be 5 products total. It's 5 products at any given moment. So yeah. Leo, for new launch, how do you get ship, air or sea? Takes very long to get items via sea. Yes, it is. It takes a lot of time. So if your item is very small and lightweight, I would definitely ship air. Even if it's quite big, you're gonna lose a little bit. Send 200, 300 units air, and the rest sea shipping. So once you're running out of stock for the 200, 300 units, you can go ahead and send, or those inventory that you send sea shipping will check in and arrive around the same time. Try to do the math. It's an art. It's not always easy, but it's something that is challenging, and logistics, it's something very problematic that we see and we experience in the world right now, especially with Europe. With Europe, when I heard about it first, it was very funny. I laughed a lot. So with Europe now, the recent shipments that I did, someone in China load a truck, and he actually drive to Europe, to UK, and deliver the goods. And the funny thing is that it's faster than air shipping, and it's faster than rail shipping, like train. And that was very funny to me. That's how we ship right now. It's faster, and it's faster. So imagine, like, how big are the problems, the logistics problems right now, because fast sea shipping with the Suez Canal issue created delays that we had on top of, like, the current delays with shortage in containers and conjunctions in ports. So yeah, that's a big problem that we see. Um, we have here Wayne again. Tomer, did you manychat for follow-up reviews? No. I like to. So these are gray areas: the postcards and the manychat. When I say gray area, it things that are on the borderline on what is actually okay, what is compliance with the TOS, and what not. And with what you call it, with the manychat, for me it was too much work to what I get, so I don't do any of that. I used to do send direct message to the customer to get a review. Worked excellent because I had a very high converting template. And then when they blocked this option on my account because I sent too many messages, I just used the automations for the request review, and it worked even better. And I have a video about it that you can check later. So that's my answer about that. About like the reviews, how you get them. These days I'm doing the same thing and it works perfectly. The only difference that I see now, and I give you a tip here that worth a lot of money. When you use the request review, it's very mechanic, very like everyone. It's the same message. It doesn't give you the ability to really touch their hearts, touch their mercy, kind of. And how we did it before is we're a small family business. Please, with any problem, just let us know so we can fix it. Really touching their hearts and not having them leave bad reviews. And with the request review button, where it's so called and there is no personality to this, it's sent by Amazon, you see the negative reviews rate goes much higher for us. And one way for me to really address these negative issues increase in rate was to really put some free bonuses and thank you cards inside each packaging. So thank you cards, what I did is I created thank you so much for your order. It really means the world for us. We fight on any sale and you are the world for us. And the back, I will add some value. I would put some quotes like, like those that you get in those fortune cookies. I would put like 3 or 4 quotes on the back to make their life and this moment where they read it better. And this experience for me helped to mitigate or kind of lower the rate of negative reviews. Um, do you use Shopify for your Amazon products? Yes, I do have Shopify. I get maybe 2 or 3 or 4 sales a week. I don't really advertise or doing anything there. It's just more for presence. I've heard that it is possible to ship products from Amazon warehouse when someone order from your Shopify store. What do you think about it? So yeah, I do have a ton of videos about it. Anna, I thought that you said that you watched all my videos. So that shows me that you didn't. Anyway, I do have, it's called MCF, multi-channel fulfillment, which means that I use it for all of the channels that I sell: eBay, Shopify, Walmart. No, Walmart don't allow you. It's a different topic. But eBay, Etsy, Shopify. I use the inventory that I have in Amazon to ship it directly to the customers. So it serves as a 3PL for me. We have Tara. What are your top negotiating tips when dealing with suppliers? So a good question, and I do have a free training. You only have to put your email and you get like a free training. And go to one of the videos that we have, and it's called Negotiate with Alibaba Suppliers. Alex, hi, how are you, man? Moshe, my dear friend, can I open a second Amazon account? Do I need to ask for Amazon approval for that? So I do have a video about that as well, sharing my experience, how I opened the second seller account. And yes, you can open a second seller account. These days, they don't really require approval anymore. But just to be on the safe side, I requested approval in case they come and say why you have two seller accounts. And you need different entities. So different bank accounts, everything should be different. You can have the same address, but it needs to be different entities, different LLC or corporations. Mr. Zend, what would be the best strategy for FB Google ads? Direct the clicks to the AMZ listing, make a landing page. Also, how are you able to track the conversions? That's AMZ attribution works for me. Very good question that I still struggle and test. I can share with you the experience. So I have a vast experience with FB ads and Google ads. That's my background, marketing. Before I started Amazon, so for me it was natural to send traffic from those channels to directly to the Amazon listing. Bottom line, I did it before Amazon attribution was exist. We used to do it through the Amazon Associates account, which gives you a referral link, and then you can kind of see and measure the results. Didn't have a good experience. I stopped. I think that the amount of time that I invested in this to what I actually got is very low. So I stopped to focus on more important, more actions with better ROI. So at this point, I don't use it. I used Amazon attribution before when it was just beta. Didn't really work well, so I stopped working on it. But like in anything, maybe it didn't work for me, but it might work for you. So not what everything I share or say here means that you should do as well. You should definitely try everything, but then take and keep what works for you. Okay? Do you have recommendations for companies that take my goods in the port and deliver it to Amazon or warehouse? You mean a freight forwarder from China? So from China, so basically, if you have a freight forwarder, it will take care of this. It will make sure they coordinate in the ports. The pickup, I use EXW, which means that the price that I get from factory, it's a price that is only ready to pick up from the factory. It's not FOB where it's ready in the port. So if you use EXW and your freight forwarder comes and pick up the goods, they will take care of releasing it from port and checking it in and loading it to the containers. Gilly, when something doesn't go as planned, how do you shift your mental state? So when something doesn't go as planned, so first of all, I try to analyze it. Whose fault is this? Is this my fault? If it's my fault, I try to really see how I can learn from this. Because I will do mistakes. I keep doing mistakes, and I embarrass mistakes actually, because mistakes make me better, and it makes me more experienced in everything that I do. So that's for me a big thing that I, from young age, I really adopted to really embarrass mistakes. I don't know where I read it, but it's all known to everyone that from the more mistakes that you do, the more that you can learn, because it's an experience. The stability of people is that they keep doing the same mistakes again and again. That's the definition for insanity. So I look at it and embarrass it, and if it's not my fault, then I look at it and accept it in a way that I couldn't really change it. It's not in my control. I don't control the weather, and that a truck uh, like came to Amazon warehouse. They actually unloaded a full like 50 cartons, a full container. They left it there, and the rain started pouring for like 4 hours, and all of my goods are damaged. I have no control over this, even though it really hurts. So it's all about how you take things. How do you send fragile items to Amazon FBA? So I don't do any fragile items. I did have actually leaking items. So liquid that I shipped, and I just made sure that it's sealed and it's good, and it's in a plastic bag. So really make sure that you treat it well, and you also try to put stickers on it, so the carrier or the driver that picks up your good or move it between truck to a center really handle this with care. Ruth and Family Show. I'm curious with your name, if you have a YouTube channel, something I can watch. Is there a possibility of paying someone to help me list my first product? I'm really finding it difficult to list my products. I've tried many times. Of course, to your questions, yes. What do I think about it? I think big no. Why? If you don't do something for your first time, you cannot outsource it. You need to know about a process or a task before you can outsource it to someone. Why? Because if you outsource something to someone without you have experience in it, and without you knowing what could go wrong, when you outsource it to someone, a big frustration will occur. Why? Because you will think that it needs to be supposed to be done in a certain way, but in reality it's done in a different way. But since you don't have experience about it, it will create a lot of tension and stress. And also the performance, you can't really know if the job is good or not if you didn't really see it, not for every single task, but most of the tasks. Moshe, do you do inspection for your products, and if yes, how much percent of you check the product production? So usually it's like 5 to 10% of the product's production, and I do inspections for some items. I know it's controversial topic and many people don't agree with me, but Some product, let's say the cost of goods, I just source product that the cost of goods it's 1.08, $1. So I ordered 1,000 units. It's $1,000 cost of goods. Inspection is $200. 20% for inspection doesn't make sense. So what I did, I had my freight forwarder do it for me, like 5, 6 products, just making sure that everything is okay. If you see something is wrong, you actually like don't allow it to go. Just a moment. So that's my answer. Thanks you again for answering our questions. Priceless. You're welcome, Leo. And to those that don't know, Leo is a guy that I'm sure will be very successful in Amazon. It takes him a little longer, but in like everything in life, Leo, whatever it takes, whatever is hard and takes time, your win will be much more sweeter and nicer, and your achievement. And I'm sure don't give up. And you should really uh, keep pushing, keep pushing. As a non-US resident, how can I create an LLC? Any services you know or recommend? Yes, you go to Rocket Lawyer or I forgot LLC something. I forgot the naming, but just Google it and just follow the reviews. You can definitely do it. I did with Rocket Lawyer, and let me just and let me give you the Legal Zoom. Yeah, Legal Zoom. So Legal Zoom and Rocket Lawyer, I use them. They're very reasonable price and they're good. Here I see Julie Rem wrote LLC University is good. Carlos also wrote Legal Zoom. So let's see, Tara. Can you open more than one listing for same ASIN for different categories? No, you can't do that. It's actually not allowed. It's against TOS, and Amazon can shut you down. So be careful with that. Yes, LLC University is good. LLC University is a good site to get information. Got it. Thanks. You got a ton of questions. Moshe, thank you for answering our questions. You're welcome, my friend. Where to find a good shipping company? Prices on freightos are too high, in my opinion. So very soon, I might have a very, very good news about freight forwarders. Something that could help potentially a lot of you guys looking for a reliable source. I might partner with someone to do that. But for now, send me an email to tomer@sourcing-monster.com, and I'll send you my recommendation for freight forwarders that could give you much better rates than Freightos. Tara, do you make decisions for PPC using TACoS or ACoS? Very good question. So on my daily optimization, I go with ACoS, but the strategy I go with TACoS. So what does it mean? So that means that when every day I go and check the results and check the keywords and I optimize bids and add negatives, I look at the ACoS. But on the bigger picture, whether to maybe lose money or allocate more budgets towards specific items, I look on TACoS as well. And to those that don't know what is TACoS, TACoS it's a total advertisement cost, comparing just the advertisement cost of sales. And when I say total, means that we take everything you spent. Let's say you spent $100 on PPC, and so ACoS, let's start with ACoS. ACoS, it's $100 in PPC, and then you got 1,000 sales, then your ACoS will be 10%. TACoS would be, okay, you spent $100, you got 1,000 sales. That sales that came directly from PPC. What about the organic sales? And on that day, you got $500 more in sales, in organic sales. So your ACoS will now decrease because it's $100 divided by $1,500. How much will it be? I don't know, like on top of my head, but it will be lower than 10%. So that's the total TACoS. Let's see what Alex is asking. I want to ship via ocean freight. My total weight would be around 180 kilo. Small package, so yes. I think if I'm not wrong, it's 200 kilo, the minimum for sea shipping. Do you recommend shipping with sea at that weight Also, how do I add this into Seller Central? What do you mean, Seller Central? The same as how you create a shipping plan. You add all the info. It's one single package that weigh 180 kilo, because if yes, you can't have it. They have limitations. If I'm not wrong, 45 kilograms per carton, so you can't use it. So I would ship air shipping. If like, or see what is the rate. If the rate for air ship, sometimes you can pay for 200 kilo, even if it's 180 kilo, and you could still ship it sea shipping. Um, I see kind of the questions decrease here. We're already 50 minutes here, so it's time for me to go and work in my business. It's a very busy day for me. I really enjoyed being live here, answering all your questions the first time, but it exceeded my expectations. So thank you for tuning in and being here. Please like this video. Again, it really helped me push it later for people that couldn't really be live here with us. And keep your questions for next time. um, and thank you for being part of the channel. Good luck with everything. Keep pushing. Amazon FBA business is still working. And if it doesn't work for you, it might be that you're doing something wrong. Try to analyze yourself. Try to really focus and be really laser focused on being successful at this. Leave all the distractions aside and focus on getting things done, getting the job done. Okay. So have a good week ahead of you. Wish you a lot of success. And I'll try to make those lives more frequently. Take care, everyone.